live show at the Ace Theater in Los Angeles. So please go to tigerbellylive.com. We want to see you. It's going to be a night of music, magic,
mystery,
games, extravaganza, mystery.
Murder. No.
So yeah, I'm really excited to see you guys. We can't wait. We know it's been a long time coming. We've been wanting to go on the road for a while. This is our first date, so hope to see you there.
You can also see this young man in St. Louis, Missouri this weekend at the Funny Bone, June 4th and 5th. I'm so excited. Then I'll be in Houston, Texas at the Improv, June 10th and 12th. Then here locally in Burbank, California at Flappers Comedy Club, June 18th, just one show only. West Nyack, New York, June 24th through 25th. Then I'm taking July off, and you can see me in August in Springfield, Missouri. September, there's a bunch of dates. Just go online. There's a bunch of dates. I'm going to a bunch of places, but these tickets will sell out. The meet and greets have been just absolutely on fire. I love meeting you guys. I love signing merch for you. I have new merch coming. I also have a Spotify show, audio show coming out. It will be premiering June 27th, so that'll be fun. I'll see you guys there.
You guys, I'm coming to Washington, D.C., Austin, I think Phoenix, EstherOnIce.com, and also sleepoverbyesther.com, and that's it. We love you. Follow me and all of us on TikTok.
Follow us on TikTok. I have a new TikTok. I actually like big. Do you like big ears on guys? I like when guys' ears are poked out a little.
I like ugly dudes, so I don't think
I don't think big ears are
the wrong person.
But whenever I hear someone like getting their ears pinned back, I'm like, let me see. Like, I understand if some are like
back, people do that.
Yeah, people get their ears pinned back. That's one of the OG.
You get teased a lot in the Philippines for that. There's a word for it. It's called tangkag. And
it's like
basically
Dumbo?
when you have Dumbo ears. Yeah.
Is Danka like Asian?
No, it's
elephant.
Danka
Are elephants?
Shane?
My mom got her ears pinned back.
Really?
Yeah,
What were they cute before?
I really thought they were cute before.
Yeah.
Jules has a little bit of an outie, and she doesn't want to change it. Thank God. She's just like, no, I like it.
Oh, I like my little
ears.
dents. It's cute to have your little dents.
Yeah.
Gen Z people like their ear issues.
I might get a nose job that doesn't look like a nose job though, because I cannot breathe through I'm like this bitch.
That's not a nose job then. That's just a
medical
if I
correction.
came out and they gave me a nose job, I'd be so pissed.
Annie, how about this? When I get it at the same time.
Let's do. I just want a straight shot. I just want to be able to breathe.
Wait, what do you
Wait, I'll
fix?
get that surgery too, because I feel like I have a hard time breathing.
Oh my God, we're gonna all end up looking
Why was
so
that
weird.
funny?
You know what I was told by my doctor?
It was funny. I don't know why. I can't explain it.
It's a hormonal thing. So it actually happens to a lot of women. As we get older, we start to have difficulty getting air through our nasal passages.
It's harder to queef too. It's like all of our passages.
Wait a
I used to
second.
queef all the time.
Annie.
Where'd my queefs go?
My queefs have arrived, it seems. It's like, where were you all these years? I could never queef. Now it's just, that's all it is.
Ew, how embarrassing on the sleepovers you didn't get to be queef girl.
How embarrassing is that when I jerk myself off, I'm queefing.
Wait,
Are you fisting yourself? You're like fisting air in there?
and why are you queefing at sleepovers?
No, I wasn't the sleepover girl, but you know the queef at the sleepover girl.
No. What?
Oh, because you never stayed long enough. Oh, this bitch made her whole. You're such a based on a lie. Your whole life is based on a lie.
No, I'm obsessed with sleepovers because I always had to go
Now
home
you're
in the middle
old
of the
enough
night.
to like not get picked up. You
Yeah.
would still call Dave. There's no way you wouldn't like 20 minutes into our sleepover be like, this was a mistake.
I eat all my popcorn and then I'm like, I have to go home.
I know we do have to have one at my house because I have the popcorn machine,
I'm ready.
which has not been cleaned in about 6 months.
Wait,
Still ready.
Can you tell me about the queef and the sleepover
Okay, there was
girl?
always a girl that could queef on command. I might quicker you through
Tiffany
treats. There was
Haddish.
always a girl. Yes,
Tiffany can do
There was always
that.
a girl that could suck it in and
So this
queef
was
it
just
out.
something like you do around the fire?
Yeah, I was never. I put the fire out. That's what I do.
Wait, I have a question for the guys.
I'm not a good queefer.
Is Carlos, no matter what your sexual identity is, it doesn't matter, but what are your thoughts on queefs? Like, is it make guys cringe when girls talk about it?
No, it doesn't make me cringe. I've heard it.
We said guys, Carlos, not you.
I've heard it in real life, and I always kind of ignore it so that like just
Because you don't want to
polite.
embarrass the.
I don't want them to be embarrassed or anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's natural.
But you know you created that queef.
Yeah, the queef is like a cute. Like I always
A
feel like we
queef-
should name it like it's our first kid. You know, like we made this queef together. Like you packed that hair in.
How many kids
and
do
I
I have
pushed
to
it
have?
out.
How many episodes did it take for us to spend the first 10 minutes of this?
This is our wholesome 5. It's gonna get crazy after this.
I think I have a queefing problem.
I was like, don't touch her. I thought you were gonna be like, I feel like I have a lump in my armpit.
I'd also
Did
like
not
to-
look like she was like telling us something bad.
But you know that's why I got a boob job. My whole life I've been obsessed with just grabbing boobs, like even my own.
Esther's like getting a boob job tomorrow.
I grab my boobs so much, and I love I will grab anyone's boobs.
That's how
anytime.
we met.
I know.
I like your nails. They remind me of me.
I copied Hailey Bieber in her stroke video.
Oh God, isn't it just like? There's just some girls you just can't not copy.
Wait,
She's so
so
Hailey
you're on-
Bieber is like I've been on Hailey Bieber forever.
I know. I'm so obsessed
She's
with
so
her.
I
she
saw
really
TikTok
is
of her
something.
getting ready. It's a get ready with me right before one of Justin Bieber's show, and she hardly put any makeup on, and she looked flawless. And I'm like, I gotta turn this.
How
shit
old is
off.
she though? She's like 24 or something.
25.
She's just
probably.
snatched to the heavens.
Okay, but here's the thing that I brought her up to Whitney recently, and Whitney was like, Esther, why are you obsessed with her? She's in like a religious cult. Did you
Yes,
guys-
but who cares? I don't
Okay,
listen.
we don't care. Okay,
That's
good.
why she's so beautiful. The Lord loves her back. Listen, if you love God, He loves you back. You know that, right? Like Ray Liotta's not talking about God, is he? He's got the pockmarks from hell, okay? He's a Satan worshiper, a Satan worshiper.
That's my favorite line from Family Guy when they call his face like a decorative autumn squash.
I used to do a joke about when the Chantex commercials were like big. I'm like, I like Ray Liotta on the Chantex commercials. He was like, I tried everything. I tried the patch. I tried going cold turkey, and I even tried putting them out on my own face.
Really?
But even while I'm saying this, I actually do also like pockmarks. So
Also,
I'm
can I just
teasing,
say-
but I do like any little dent you have in your life.
And we
I'm
love a
into.
celebrity who's willing to be self-deprecating about.
Yes.
But also, he's hot.
He is.
To
Yeah.
me, he's hot.
He's rugged. It's like, and you can tell he got bullied in high school. Listen, I'm all about the boys that were bullied in high school. They have revenge. They want to fuck it out of you.
You know what else, guys who didn't have sex in high school? That's my joke.
Yes, but that's because they'll fuck anyone. Literally, guys that wouldn't get laid, they literally will have sex. They can't say no.
Oh my god!
You guys, something really tragic happened.
Oh no, why am I already laughing?
Why am I smiling?
Why am I so excited?
I know,
Oh,
Gwen.
best part of the show is when Kalila tells us something horrible.
I
You
like
get
it,
another boob
but I
job.
like it better when she just tells us something horrible without warning, and she does it in like a happy voice, and we're all
She's like, yeah,
really
he punched me through the window.
and then he molested me when I was underage. What?
Look, listen, the reason I'm wearing something so loose today is because I got a sunburn in a place I have never gotten a sunburn before. There's only in one spot I forgot to put SPF, and it's right under my right boob crease. And
What's that like to have a boob?
Can we see?
Esther,
Can we see the
it's
sunburn?
so bad.
Yeah, is it peeling? This is such a cute outfit. Oh my
Hot.
god.
Do you see how bad it is?
That is really bad.
You got some titties on.
It looks like you got. It looks like you got chafed up. It looks like someone was trying to fuck that part of your boob.
How did you get that sunburn?
I thought, hey, it's California summer, and I laid. You know how do you lay out under the sun? Or like, let's say you're at the beach. How do you
Face
lay
down, ass up. I'm trying to get that asshole to even out with the rest of my skin. I don't know why it's such a different color.
I tried a new move, and that was putting myself like on a baking sheet, like a turkey breast, like this. And then it lifted my boob up, but I guess I didn't put it under the lining of the two-piece, and it just took me out right here.
listen.
I can't wear a bra. I can't wear a bra.
I've never seen you wear a bra.
Oh, that's right.
You wear like kind of like sports bra bras, but
Wait, speaking of underboob and that stuff, so
This is
I've
so
been
mean.
okay. So Annie,
I'm out. And for these reasons, I'm out.
so I have been having some lower back problems lately, and I was like,
I mean, they're not that big. Nobody's tried it.
No.
She's like, my neck myth has been debunked, so now I have to say it's my lower
no,
back.
please.
What for your fucking walks, bitch? That she's too huffing and puffing to talk.
I knew the minute I said my back was hurting, I was just gonna get a beating. Okay, so I thought maybe like, because this is a new injury, so I'm like, okay, maybe it's from a wind. Oh, like I'm compensating in a weird
She's
way.
still hanging onto that towel.
I call it the Olympic toe.
I just realized what it's from, and it's kind of sad. It's like I realized that I have been like protectively like standing like this because my boobs are starting to sag, and like basically I'm causing myself back pain by living in denial and sitting like this all the time.
This is why you're getting rolls. Finally, you're starting to get cast and shit, bitch. Stick those titties out. We're gonna need more numbers. We need subscribers. Stick those tits out.
When I relax, they're just like a little bit.
This
like,
is not how you're supposed to sit. This is actually healthy.
do not sit
My
like me.
TMJ, when I went to the doctor for TMJ, he did this whole CAT scan. Then he saw how I was standing. You have to be up like this and have your chin back a little. I know you're trying to poke your chin forward, bitch.
Esther, she is right. I think that part of the like.
But maybe you need to hold your core in.
It's
so
a core
not-
too. You gotta
Okay.
strengthen the core. But I
it's-
have really bad posture, so I have nothing to say about that. Although I will ask you guys, do people really get their backs blown out during sex? Is that a real thing?
what does that mean?
It would have to be like doggy style, and they're pounding your ass like they're folding you a little bit. You know, they're like folding your ass up.
Like an
Hitting you
accordion?
like
an
hitting,
accordion.
like where your toes hit your neck. You know?
Like this?
Yes. No, not like fold, but like folding you where your ass is gonna hit the back of your head.
I was thinking more of like a compressed spinal cord where it's like pushing in so hard that it compresses from one vertebrae to the next.
You guys got to go to hospital. Dude. I'm telling you.
Or is it the guys pull their back out from pumping
Yeah.
it up?
I know. I've never done
Did
enough.
you just
effort.
say you guys have to get a hospital?
You gotta get. I've been telling you this for months. Nobody is like catching on. This is the wave of the future. You don't have to do anything. He doesn't even have to thrust. They gotta make. And by the way, hospital beds. Can you go faster?
Can you guys thrust back?
Yeah, if I'm in a good mood. If I'm feeling charitable. Well, the worst is when you're like all into it and then you fuck the rhythm up and I'm like, all right, you
Yeah.
just
The rhythm is gonna get you.
the rhythm of the night. It's
I
more
have-
the rhythm of the late afternoon.
I have a question for you guys. Have you ever been dropped by a friend or someone like over like not being fully in alignment with their political beliefs? I love when I just kill the energy.
I know. It's like we were really having fun.
There's a girl that I absolutely adore to this day, and she started kind of living in like I don't want to say it in a bad way because people can have their own beliefs about whatever, but she started to kind of go a little bit like anti-vax, like could be conspiracy theory type person.
The yogis for Trump. I
Yogis
love
for
yogis
Trump,
for
yes,
Trump.
Yes.
I'm doing a bit about it now. I love
but
it.
really?
It's
That's
so
so
funny.
good.
When did this happen? Like, if you have dreads, you like don't believe in
She's-
abortion. Like, what is going on?
She's probably also one of those girls that like live off like volcano in like Big Island, in Hawaii, you know.
Ooh,
where,
would
like-
love to go. Maybe you could
Yeah.
take me. The day we leave, she's in a volcano. I'm
Hey,
like,
I
"You
will.
fucking
I will.
bitch."
We can go to
I
volcano.
I need a redo. We need.
But we'll
Are
go
we
to
brave
volcano
enough?
first.
Are we brave enough to do a redo?
I
I will
don't
go
know.
tonight. Like
We have to
what are you
drag.
talking about?
But listen, now we know what we have to do. We have to tie her ankles together and just pull her.
Listen, I will only go if it involves like real activity. I don't
I
like
want it-
shopping.
But shopping's funny.
Okay, shopping lasts 2 days, but
Yeah,
the first couple
no,
I like going to
2
volcano.
hours.
2 hours? Okay.
A spending limit and you humiliate each other. You get each other stupid outfits. This is very easy.
But Annie and Esther, we came to. I love this girl so much. We've had such a great relationship over the last 8 years. Like she is a part of my family. So we both decided that we were just gonna never talk about it, and we would shelf the friendship until the country becomes a little. Like everything becomes a little less politicized.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I know her heart. I love her. I'm always gonna like look out for her. But we're just not gonna fucking talk about it.
That's what my 2 uncles, my mom's 2 brothers.
Oh, I got so excited you had gay uncles. Gunkles?
Uncles, their one is like very pro Trump and one hates Trump, and they were getting into fights a lot, and now they just don't doesn't come up. They don't go there, which I think is a really good way to handle it.
Right. Because then the machine isn't working to divide.
That's
And
so
Yeah, you
smart.
just find the things that you liked about the person never had anything to do
Or,
about
like-
politics. I've never met someone like, wow, our political beliefs aligned. Like I never at any of my fucking protests I went to when I was like,
Made friends for life.
I never met one person I give a shit about at all. Honestly, I don't even hang out with anyone like that pussy.
I bring this up because I kind of got dropped by a friend over like political stuff maybe like a year or whatever ago or whatever.
It was like, I would say a year and 7 months ago. I remember.
It was
I don't
Annie.
forget.
And I'm like, I find myself like when it happens, you know, it's like oh, everything is going on in the world, the pandemic, all the news. And then like now that it's been like a year and a half, I'm like, that
She's
is
a
so
loser.
weird.
Can I take this one? Because I remember the situation. She's a
Yeah,
fucking-
but don't be like specific.
But I'm gonna no. I want to this one. This was what my take on this was. Someone wanted to like have control of you, is what it seemed like. They wanted you to believe everything they believed, and the minute you were, because a lot of people when they get like really heated about something, they don't want to be challenged, and you not going along with everything that she wanted was challenging her, and she couldn't just tell you, no, we're all on this team that we don't do these things, and we don't. And it's just like you had no freedom in that friendship.
It is, yeah.
And then it's probably embarrassing for her to be friends with you now because it was dumb what she did.
I think you're right about the control thing. It's like, because I try now to always say like, well, why can't we all have different, why can't I be friends with people who believe different things than me? I want that. Like, I don't know, but I think you're right. It's like, you have to believe what I believe, or you have to do what I say. Like,
But it was like an authority over you. It was almost like she was, but I think you kind of have that too, right? Where you kind of like come to people like looking up to them.
Yeah.
And then she really enjoyed that role. And the
Yeah.
minute she realized like, oh, that's not like
Oh,
100% all the time.
It is making you feel some type of way.
I'm shaking my foot.
Your foot is
No,
shaking.
it was sad.
I know, it's like sad. You know what it is? It's sad to not be friends with someone that feels like it's over something that is so stupid.
But it probably wasn't that. It was probably something else. And I think it was probably like an underlying
Like
control
my
thing.
breath?
But you have to no, but it's not you. Even let's say it was your breath. Wouldn't that be her being a bitch and not you? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just whatever she was going through. It's not you.
Yeah.
You just like she was able to like
That's true. I don't take it personally.
right,
I
and she
don't.
was using you as like a weakling that she could. And then when she realized that's not what you were, she didn't have room for a person that was going to challenge her in her life. It has nothing to do with you.
I would
hope-
have to agree with Annie.
Really?
Yeah, on that. I think it has nothing. That particular situation, from what I know of it, has nothing to do with any political views.
And would you want to be friends with someone right now that was making you feel bad about things you were doing?
No, I don't. I don't want to feel bad
Or
that
like pressure in your friendship.
No. Have you had this happen to you at all?
I mean, I got friend dumped by every girl I marched with. I got like a communal it was just, there's like a mean girl situation going on when if one person has a problem with you, everyone unfollows you. You're like, what? Okay. But I am so grateful for that. I really am, because I was getting so worked up in that friendship and really didn't feel like it was a situation where I got myself into it. And I was like people pleasing with this one friend and like giving her so much of which I think you probably were doing with this other one, giving her so much like, oh, okay, do you want something? Like
You're
I was
right.
like getting her presents for her birthday, like things that weren't reciprocated. That's on me. That's not like up to other people too, but it just wasn't like a healthy, even relationship. And then it was the same thing. Like when I wasn't, like the Louis thing came out, if I'm being candid, when the Louis article came out and I read it, I was like, I don't have the feeling that other people have. My feelings
okay.
are not, like I feel like when there are consenting adults that it's a different situation. And I'm not saying it's chill and great what happened, but I did not feel like it was appropriate during the Harvey Weinstein takedown to be equating what happened with Louis. I just didn't. I just have a different feeling
But-
from the things I went through.
Yeah, but more and more people are starting to accept the nuance of it all.
Right.
Hopefully, like during that time, it's almost like it had to swing one way so
Mm-hmm.
hard. And maybe it had to be that way at first.
Yeah.
But like my hope is that, as time goes, we're able to see the levels of this game. It isn't
Yeah.
just
You're right.
one,
Well-
hey, Me Too blanket
well,
that we're like, hey, like
It's just
I'm
so
really
like
hoping that we can have those nuanced conversations
Right.
along the road without people being up in arms and saying like you're a rape apologist, and it's like, no, I've been raped.
yeah, and I apologize for that. I do. I'm very sorry.
Formally.
But that's kind of how I felt like with these girls. Like they had not been like fully raped, and then this girl said, "No, really, they hadn't." I'm like, I've been through a different situation than you. Like I really have. Like, and she said that she told someone else that I had said, and I have no memory of saying this, but I think it's so hilarious. She said that I said to her like, unless you can't be a feminist unless you've been raped, which I'm like, it doesn't sound like words that would come out of my mouth, but it's so funny, and I'm like, I'm making a T-shirt. But also, it's like, aren't we comedians? Can't we like laugh and like?
You
Yeah.
guys.
But I'm grateful. Like when I see this girl, we're fine. Like I had to do a lot of work because she would always stomp and be all mad around me. And I'm like, girl, we have the best job in the world. Like no hard feelings. I'm no interest in being friends with you. I'm glad we're not hanging out. But you don't have to stomp and be upset. There's nothing to be
Well,
upset
can I
about.
say something because you brought up the Louis thing, and this was so long ago, but it's making me really realize why you and I will be friends forever, because when that article came out, we did not agree and we fought.
Yeah.
And then we'd be like, okay, we're not, I would say, like, well, let's just
Yeah.
not talk about it. But we stayed friends. We
Yeah.
still hung out. We still laughed.
I would never give a shit if when someone.
But we
it's
did
just
not agree. We did not agree.
Yes, and it's not, and it's like, and I don't need you to agree. Like, I want you to feel whatever you feel about a situation. I have no interest in. I don't need people around me. That I like to have open discussions, and my opinion on things can always change. Like,
Right.
I was not in the room. I don't know what happened. I'm going off of what I read, you know. So I don't know what happened, and I can't. I would never sit here and say I know how those girls felt or anything like that. All I can do is go through like my lens of what I did and how I felt about it. But I change my mind every day on things. I'm an
Right.
evolving person.
Also, a thing that happens in that like culture as well is like a lot of people will be like, "What? You haven't spoken out. You haven't spoken out." And in general, I'm like, you know what? Just as you're talking, this came to me like, I don't need to have an opinion on everything because I don't really know, or it's not my business.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Or you're still thinking about what you want to
Yeah.
say. You don't need to
Yeah.
smack it onto your like Facebook feed or your Instagram feed forever.
Like the amount of people who fucking DM'd me and tweeted at me and essentially harassed me when like all that news about Dalia came out. I'm like, why am I looped in?
Yeah.
What
they don't
because I know
listen,
him because
we're
I
on
met him.
jury duty. Listen, the amount of every day one of our colleagues is accused of fucking molesting or raping. It's like I'm on jury duty every fucking day. It's like I already sat in court. And it's like, and then I get all triggered and I'm like, yeah, like I'll see a picture of one of them and I'm all of a sudden I'm like, I'm putting on my suit jacket and I got like a briefcase. I'm like, we're going to court, but I can't, that takes my peace. That takes my peace. So I have to wake up every morning and go, do you know what I choose? Do you know who I think is innocent or guilty? Me. I'm going to just live my life and take care of myself because I can't.
I will add to that, though, that there is some type of internalized misogyny if you're placing the emotional burden on the women that are working around these men. So now, because you're playing jury duty, and now these men have done what they've done, now the emotional burden is on you to have this very well thought out opinion, and to have that in a social or in a public platform, that is exhausting, and then you're putting it back on women.
Yes.
And I think that in itself is a misogynistic thing to do, even from a woman.
It is. It's usually from women. I love women. I love men. It's usually from a
We
group
know
of-
you love women. Bitch.
it was a lot of women being like, you have to speak out. And it's like, I dropped out of college. Like, I can't make like a public statement that's going to be wonderful.
Listen, her Twitter's about like pancakes. Do you understand? It's like there's not a lot going on here.
Yeah.
I love Athletic Greens. You both got me hooked on it.
Yeah, she drinks it before her light walks.
But it is crazy. You drink it every morning
Yep.
on an empty stomach, right? And the whole idea is like it takes the guesswork out of like having to realize, oh, I ate this vegetable. It's like you get all the nutrients you
Yep.
need in one drink.
Right, and if you're somebody who does not necessarily love the taste of vegetables, not something that's a part of your diet every day, this is just an easy way to drink something delicious and to get all of the nutrients you need.
And it's just fast. It's like, I don't know, do all of them come with the shaker? It's like, I have like a shaker from them. You just shake it up.
I use my little matcha stirrer,
Uh-huh.
and just with a little bit of cold water, and yes, it's really tasty.
It
I'll
tastes
admit,
delicious.
I was nervous about the taste, but it does not taste bad. You
Yeah.
guys were
It tastes good, and then you just have started your day well. And I take little travel packets with me on the road.
Yeah.
So because I'm always on the road, and because it's just hard, like with all of the jet lag and stuff, I just like to have consistency in some places. So Athletic Greens are always.
And with one
My jam.
delicious scoop of athletic greens, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to help you start your day right.
And this special blend of ingredients supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and aging. All of it, which is really important and nice to get that all in one place. Because otherwise, then I spend all day being like, oh, did I get enough nutrition? Am I healthy? Like, this just takes it all.
And if you have certain food sensitivities or preferences, Athletic Greens is keto, paleo, vegan, dairy-free, and gluten-free, or gluten-free. you have that option.
Yeah, and it costs less than $3 a day. So you're investing in your health, and it's cheaper than a cold brew habit.
Also, when you subscribe, you get a 1-year supply of vitamin D, and it comes in this dropper. It's my favorite form of vitamin D I've ever
I'll
had.
give you
and-
some vitamin D. You don't
and I
like
Love
mine?
it.
Also, like, I think my doctor told me that most people don't know that they're actually deficient in vitamin D. I know we live in California, say, for instance. Everyone's like, oh, we have vitamin D, but most people aren't getting enough vitamin D. And the Athletic Greens, they give you this free little dropper full, and that dropper full, they give you this bottle of vitamin D, and I take it every day. And I feel like it supports so much of the goodness inside.
Yeah, it's really easy to consume it that way. You guys, right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition, especially heading into flu and cold season. It's just 1 scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. It's so easy. No need for like a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. And to make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply.
She lit up when she said free.
I
Saw that,
love
guys?
the word free. A free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/Tuesday. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/Tuesday to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
You guys need to see the movie Men immediately.
Why?
It is like, okay, so it's a horror movie, and it's like, I don't want to give away anything, but there's undertones of like a theme of like microaggressive, toxic masculinity. I mean, I was livid afterwards. I was livid. I was like, the whole time I was like smacking Todd. I was like, they do that. And then they do that. And it's not all men, but they have these different types of misogyny that you hit. And it was just like, it was just such a weird, crazy, fun.
I love the poster. It looks
Like
so good.
creepy, but we're all laughing. Like weird things were happening. It was,
Did
and
you
it was,
go see it?
yeah, it was really fun because I usually don't like going to the movies anymore, but I realized I have to go during the day so I don't fall asleep.
You guys.
It was great.
We're gonna switch from men to women real quick because something, I don't know if it's magical, but something really life-changing happened to me this past weekend. And I'm not just saying this isn't queer baiting, like from the bottom of my heart. I fell madly in love with a stripper.
Esther, are you okay?
I relate, so I feel good. I have fallen in love with a stripper.
It was so embarrassing because after the private dance, she was like, because during, they'll say anything, right? Like when they're dancing for you. But she was saying things like, hey, like maybe we should go like dive and like surf and stuff. And I believed her because it was 2 very specific things that I liked.
I believed you too.
And then afterwards, she didn't ask for my information. So I was like, oh no, it was just part of the dance. So I did the cringiest, most embarrassing thing. I pulled up my Instagram, which I had just deleted, by the way, to show her. I was like, hey, if you want to find me on Instagram, just to show like my blue check mark. So maybe she would contact me.
Been there. We've all done that.
We've all done it.
You guys, and nothing. Crickets.
Really?
She was, I don't know what it was about her, but I was just like, I had stars in my eyes.
What did she look like?
She was,
What club was it?
I don't want to say.
Okay.
Because it's going to, if I give her the description, I think she's,
Okay.
so she was, I
Look
think
at
she
the
was
way
half,
Kyla's sitting.
I think
Spread
she
eagle.
she looked to me like she was
like, oh, you got
half
sunburn
black,
down there,
half
too.
white. She was, I think you would find her really attractive, Carlos.
Oh.
But her face, it was her face.
Don't you think it's going to be easy for her to give birth? Look at this. The baby would just slide
Oh yeah,
out.
I'm just going to hug a tree and just fart one out.
Would you guys want to have a home birth? I don't know why I'm asking you. I feel like I would want to
Here,
plop it out in a puddle.
I think
Teach
if
it to swim right away.
3rd or 4th, if I got to number 3, I would probably let one slide out of me at home.
This is Carlos trying to pretend he's straight. He's like, for the spank bank.
One time, me and Dave went to a strip club in Vegas, and like I walked around and picked out a stripper to give him a lap dance. And afterwards, I was like doing everything I could to Google and like with her fake name. And I like eventually kind of found something that was like her on like a Playboy offshoot website or Penthouse or something. And yeah, I'll always remember her.
She does not remember you at all.
That's for sure.
Unless there's a restraining order, and then she has to remember you for her own safety.
But there is a heartbreak involved in that because like you're so intimate.
Did you like plan your like future with her in your head?
I really did. I was like, we're gonna be on the beach together. We're going to like dive.
You know
and,
what
like,
you need?
What?
You need wing woman.
Yes.
Women. You need us
And
to
what
go.
what would you do
I'm
in that
gonna eat her out.
situation?
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
eat
no,
her
no.
out. Eat her out or you're not gonna dip.
Me and Annie are the perfect duo. We will just make fools of ourselves.
We'll
We'll be-
annoy her so much that she has to eat you out to get away from us.
You guys, I was so sad the next day. I got an IV infusion. I never get
One
those.
for emotional.
Just for my emotions. I was like, I'm feeling really, really down today. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to call Drew by
We should get IVs one episode where they're just giving. Are you okay with needles? I can't
yeah,
imagine you
hell
are.
yeah. No. I'm
Hell
good.
yeah, I am. I get tattoos now.
Because there was a McDonald's in the children's hospital I went to, so every time I went, we got McDonald's.
Were you the clown? What were you doing at the children's hospital? Were you the Patch Adams?
I was a very sick kid, not to brag, but no, I loved shots and stuff.
Were they just like, she's faking
Yeah.
again?
Wait, Esther, what age did you age out of the children's hospital? Because usually it's like,
Yeah, you could probably still go.
Yeah.
So, I remember like when I turned 18, my general doctor was like, my pediatrician.
Your genital doctor? That's what ours.
My GP.
I wasn't molested by my doctor.
My pediatrician was just like, you can still come for a few years. You're 18. You can still, we can make the transition slow.
Oh my God, they fell for it. They thought you were weak.
But then when I moved to LA, but I still see the same doctor I've been seeing since I was 21 here. Dr. Shendrakar.
mine is Dr. Villamore. He's passed, but
Oh.
And now
Yeah,
we go to
I
the same
remember
one,
that.
but I haven't gone to him in a year.
Ooh.
I go to mall doctors now.
But you go to my doctor.
I know, but he's my doctor. Oh, I have some updates. But I want to talk about lesbians first. Okay, now that
Okay,
we're
yeah.
talking about it, because I was thinking about how much I was having like 90s appreciation. I was at Whole Foods the other day, and they play literally the best 90s music. And the number one 90s music is lesbian 90s music.
1,000%.
Indigo Girls, Melissa Etheridge. Have you heard Heart thrown into a fucking? You
Yeah.
can feel like the pussy quivering out of their mouth. Like they like come to my window.
Lilith Fair.
Lilith Fair, all of it. Tori Amos,
Tori
even though she's not a
Amos,
lesbian, but she is one, But I was thinking, and then it got me thinking of my favorite kind of like folky jewelry from back then. And I found it, okay? And I want to bring it back because I know we're kind of sliding into the 2000s now. And I want to bring this back before the 90s are gone.
My hands are ready.
I tried to get Esther a silver one, but they just ignored me and gave me gold. Ear humpers. Do you remember these?
No.
They're ear cuffs. They're like little men or women, I guess, in this case.
Wait, yeah, I want mine to be a girl.
And they go and they cling to your ear. They cuff
Wait,
your
this
ear.
is so cool.
Yeah,
love
aren't they
this.
awesome? They're so good. And they just hump your ear.
I didn't know this was a 90s thing.
Yeah.
Esther, do you not know your as a woman who loves women, do you not know your 90s lesbians?
Not really, no, because I was too young.
She was in the children's hospital.
I was downloading illegal pictures of naked women on my AIM or whatever I had. AOL.
Isn't it good?
I love it.
I know. I try to get you silver, but
No, I love mixing metals.
mixies. But I was just thinking, like have you ever heard? Okay, so the song by the Dire Straits, Romeo and Juliet.
Yes.
So there's like a million versions of that.
Yeah.
The Killers have one, but the one by the fucking Indigo Girls is crazy. It's number one. It's the best version.
Annie, can you help me have this hump my ear?
When I think of 90s, I think of like Spice Girls. I guess maybe is that like late 90s?
Yes.
Yes, that is late 90s,
I'll do a
Esther.
little
That's me and Carlos's childhood.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank God you had a sister, so he did all the girl things.
Yeah, but I would guess
Well,
like
Carlos can do the girl things. It's fine.
the equivalent of that late 90s that is probably from the Lilith Fair, the remnants of it is probably like someone like Fiona Apple.
Okay, so I've been going to Amoeba Records every weekend, and by the way, I'm a celebrity there. It's crazy. That we have crossover. Records and Amoeba and Trash Tuesday go together.
It's not what you want to hear.
Listen, it's crazy.
The only person I know who goes there is Dave's dad.
And
well,
Bobby.
Well, okay.
Bobby's a big Amoeba guy.
I mean, we've been having like the best time going there. We got the record player from the from
Comedy store.
Comedy
50th
store.
anniversary.
And so we've just been going every week, and it's been like, and I really want a Fiona Apple so bad. I want, what's the name of the album where it's just her face?
I don't remember.
But what we got was the Magnolia soundtrack. I got a limited edition, $100. I was
The movie
Easily dropped it. The soundtrack. And the soundtrack has all these Amy Mann things, and they thank Fiona Apple because Fiona Apple was dating him when he made the movie and was like his muse.
Magnolia soundtrack, one of Bobby's favorites too.
It's-
Amy Mann is
Yes.
it's so like just even the ending of that movie. Is the
I'm gonna
best.
go on the 18th, I think, to try. Well, I shouldn't be telling people this, but they're having it's like record day or something, so they're releasing things that have never been released, and I want to get the Royal Tenenbaum soundtrack because that's never been released on vinyl.
It's one of my
yet.
favorite movies. Any Wes Anderson film is probably
Even the ones
my
that aren't
top
good are
10.
good.
Hmm?
Even the ones.
He
You
has
know
the-
who I befriended was fuck, what's his name? The reason I don't remember your name is because you fucking unfollowed me, bitch. The kid, I did a movie with him, The Long Dumb Road. Tony, he would play the little kid in the what was the one in the hotel? The
Which
Wes
one?
Anderson hotel.
the one in
the kid from
Hungary.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Tony Revolori.
Oh, the guy from the Budapest one.
He's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, no, he's great.
He
He did
unfollowed
unfollow
you?
me. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Maybe Annie is like too far for the Tom Holland Zendaya Spider-Man world.
Maybe.
Maybe, but that's a good thing. I think.
They'll grow up. They'll grow up one day.
Yeah.
Come to me.
You guys, Carlos came to the Midwest with me, and he spent the weekend at my parents' house. And I think this was the second time he's come and actually be there, and we were there longer. And I think my parents officially don't respect him because they were really fully themselves. And are you okay? Like, I feel like you could have a lawsuit
I
against
guess
me.
that is the case. Like, if they respected me, they would have been like on their best behavior.
Yeah, they were on their worst.
Was your dad doing bits?
No, that's like respect level. Like, not respect level is like criticizing my order at a restaurant or
Oh, I love these people. Maybe they just respect me so much they're treating you like shit to like impress me.
Well, Carlos ordered chicken tenders at Portillo's, and the whole time my dad was roasting them. He was like, "Oh, does that come with a toy? Are you eating that because
that's what skinny people eat.
No,
and
that's funny though. No, he's just being funny.
No, totally. He was just being funny.
But also, to go to Portillo's and just get chicken tenders is
That's
sacrilegious.
True.
Like,
it is weird.
But
we went
I
back the next day
own-
and he got the beef sandwich.
yeah,
Okay,
but I
thank
didn't
God.
eat all of it. But I also, if I go to the Midwest and there's like crap in front of me or the South or anywhere, it's like I need to order like the salad or
Yes,
whatever a
I've been
kid would
ordering
get.
very healthy at comedy clubs and they look at me like I am absolutely crazy.
What do you get?
Just
I do
own it.
chicken tenders and like a salad.
I don't even do the tenders anymore because I'm not. This is like, here's the thing. The egg freezing diet leading into my TMJ diet has actually been so good for me because I do need a doctor to tell me to eat well. Like I do. Because otherwise I'm like, it's fun to eat Funyuns. Like, and I do, that's my heart. Like my heart is like white trash eating like fried cheesecake. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm from Philly. We like cheesesteaks. We like Cheese Whiz. Like it's like a part of my identity that I'm breaking right now because I do want to live long. I want to be healthy. Every time when I was like, thought I was dying on the toilet, when I thought I was Elvising, I knew I wasn't going to die because I really have this vision of myself like being the most amazing elderly woman, like same level of annoying, but like just old and hopefully likable. But just like I see myself peaking in my like late 80s, my early 90s. So I just have that image. So I'm like, I do want to do the things that prepare me for that life. I do want to like not.
So you've almost died on a toilet.
Yeah.
You've almost died on a toilet. And I think
Get on the toilet, Kalila.
for a long
we just start
time-
poking her.
for a long time, people made fun of Elvis for dying on a toilet, but I think it is, a good final resting place because, like in the Philippines, we don't call them restrooms, we don't call them bathrooms, we call them CRs.
Rest in peace rooms.
No,
What's a CR?
we call them comfort rooms. And I think that when we're feeling ill or whatever, it is a very natural thing to go find a toilet to die
It is
on.
comfortable.
Well,
in
you know how
there.
dogs
Yeah.
go off into the woods? We just go to take a shit. Our final
Yes.
defecation.
I think so. I think there's something to that.
It's not a bad place. Like it's comfortable. It's familiar. Like I'd rather be there than many places.
By the way, I'm having the image of Randy trying to go into the woods and me being like, no, you're dying in my arms.
Carlos also came with on a drive-by past my ex's house.
How's the house looking?
Oh,
Does it have a no
yeah.
Esther sign?
Is the color the same? Have they changed the sidings?
Well, I wasn't there 20 years ago or whatever, but it was weird because we were almost at Esther's house, and then she was like, "Wait, we have to go back." and like do a U-turn and go on another loop to
Were
find
your
this
parents
guy's
there
house.
too?
Yeah, my parents, my mom.
You make them go too?
Oh yeah, my mom drives every time.
Esther,
And dad in the front seat. We
You
were in the back
Oh,
seat.
that's
There's
so
a book
cute.
about
You're
this.
enabled. That's all you are is enabled. That's what all your problems are.
That's also Carlos pointed out that I want to share this. What did you say, that you can see why I am the way I am?
Yeah, it's like, well, you can say it. This is also enabling. Say it.
That it's like you can't even try to help because you almost get in trouble. Like my mom, right? Tell them.
Was Carlos like, no, I'll fold her laundry? And then she
No,
was like,
literally,
no, I will.
like her mom was like weirded out by the way I was doing things because I was doing it so messy and I wouldn't let her help me. But like Esther isn't like allowed to do anything. Like we had coffees, all right? And like she took our coffees and dumped them out and put them in the trash can. But it's like we weren't even allowed to do that. So I can see how Esther can be really lazy or need like 50 assistants because like her mom raised her to not even do things on her own. But like, you know this already, and this could have been fixed like 15 fucking years ago.
Okay.
Oh, I like when Carlos bites back.
That does make sense. And I think that I can relate slightly because while my mom she was a helicopter mom, right?
Yeah.
Very like abusive and whatnot. I was not allowed to feed myself with my own spoon until I was 13 because it was a control thing. So I was spoon fed until I was about 13.
Wait,
Yeah.
that's serious.
That's child abuse.
That's very serious.
Yeah. So
Was it the same spoon she was whipping you with?
Yes. I could not choose what I would eat. It was going to be 6 tomatoes, pork chop with rice, a big glass of milk every morning. And I had to eat every morsel.
Pork for breakfast? Well, I
Yes,
guess I have
but very island style. But because I was her racehorse, right? So I had to. She was like, "You're an athlete. You have to be taking in these many calories." But what happened was it was a built-in. She rendered me useless as a teenager for a very long time. So what happened when finally I was in America and she was like, "Oh, you got to do shit for yourself." I'm like, "I don't know how."
Yeah.
You think I'm going to clean my rabbit shit all over my room? I have a pet rabbit. I'm like, no, I don't know how to. I don't know how to move. I don't know. I have no autonomy.
Does any part of you miss that? Because
The pet rabbit?
No, the rabbit poop. Like being spoon fed, I know that's like an extreme, but it does
You're
sound
so jealous.
like someone picks out all the food for you. Like you make no decisions.
Well,
like do you miss
guys, I don't
No.
want to bring up the colonic again, but you know you can just get the shit sucked out of your ass, right? It takes all the good flora out too. But.
Yeah, I don't want to. I miss my good flora. No, Esther, that makes sense for me because I had a very big crisis as a teenager because I felt, number one, like I didn't know how to do anything. So I doubled down and I made sure that I learned to do everything on my own. By the time I was 17, I'm like, I'm moving out. I'm getting my own place. I'm paying my own rent. And I got out of my
And then they
parents'
just
home.
like moved in with you.
Yeah.
They're like, great, we're moving in with you. Cool, we have a new place.
Because I was then aware that I was like, I haven't been allowed to do anything, make any decisions for myself, including like if I would fold a t-shirt, she would undo it and then refold it.
That's my mom too. Exactly.
My mom wouldn't do that, but she would try to get us to do chores and we'd be like, nah, bitch. And she would just do it. She would always make like chore charts but she would end up doing anything. And then I realized like I just had a really good hypnosis session that like has just literally cured me of every self-sabotage in my life. It's so insane. I realized what it was in the session. When I was a kid and I was such a perfectionist just from like, honestly, it was like verbal abuse when I was a kid, which I totally forgive my dad for. I forget, you know what I mean? But he was very, very, very hard on me and very, very verbally abusive, not physically. And so I got in my head that I'm like an idiot or whatever. So then when I wasn't doing things perfect, it would like reaffirm that. And I remember if I wouldn't write, like if my handwriting wasn't neat, I would like stab the paper. I would get so mad at myself.
Yeah.
And for not being perfect. And then, so my mom would see me like having these like internal battles with myself when I started like at the level of writing papers like 5th grade, 6th grade. And she was like, I would get to a place where I'd be like, it's not perfect. Like the first line wouldn't be perfect. And I would start to freak out. And my mom would be like, want to save me. And she'd be like, all right, I'll sit with you and we can write it together, which I was like, okay, good. Then it's someone like helping me kind of be calm. But then she would just rewrite the whole thing. She would just write it. And then I never got to feel like the joy of like finishing a project and stuff like that. And I know it was coming from a sweet place. She was just trying to help and kind of like calm the waters and stuff. But I realized it really taught me, like I just had low self-worth in my like ability to get work done. And now I'm like, I'm remembering I used to be like a fucking poet when I was a kid, no offense. But I would like when they would give me my vocabulary word, I would always like write a poem or something. And I liked writing and now I'm like remembering that I had like joy in that. And I have just had like the best week of writing jokes and going through all my shit. And it's just crazy. It's just so weird how like something that you're told when you're 4 can stick with you for so long.
Having debt is very stressful.
What do you know about debt like I know?
Well, I don't know it like you know it, but I was broke for 10 years before this podcast started. I shared a studio apartment with a woman, and I believe at one point you were going to join us, so don't come for me. And it can be hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel when you have high interest debt, and sometimes it can be even harder to ask for help, and that's where Upstart comes in.
Yeah, I've definitely been in those places where I have so much debt in so many places that I'm just like, I'm going to just ignore this until it goes away. And that is not, it doesn't actually go away.
Doesn't help.
Really bad.
But it's human nature to not want to face a difficult, hard thing. So we put it off, but that's not helpful.
Upstart-powered personal loans can help you pay down high-interest debt all online with simple and easy-to-understand payment terms. Upstart has helped over 1.8 million customers on their path to financial freedom.
Whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high-interest debt, or funding personal expenses, Upstart can help you get one fixed monthly payment with a clear payoff date.
And look, Upstart knows that you're more than your credit score, thank God, because mine was 69, weirdly enough.
Well, then you are your credit score.
I know. So rather than looking at your credit score alone, Upstart's model considers other factors like your income, employment, or other information provided in your loan application to find out a smarter rate for your loan.
And it's really convenient. You can check your rate in minutes for loans between $1,000 to $50,000 without impacting your credit score.
You can even receive funds as fast as 1 business day after accepting your loan. You guys don't wait and check your rate today at upstart.com/Tuesday.
That's upstart.com/Tuesday to check your rate today. Don't forget to use our URL to let them know we sent you.
Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. So go to upstart.com/Tuesday. I can't even imagine how bad of a mom I could be. Like, it's like, I don't even go there. When people, like when I was pregnant, people were like, oh, you'll be such a good mom. I was like, what are you talking about?
Who said that to you? Who lied to you?
Like 3 people said that. I was like, out of the thousands I told. No. But yeah, I fully am prepared that parenting will be not great.
But I think that is an honest, like, when people are like, I'm going to be the best mom, I'm like, already you're going to be the worst.
That's a really bad sign.
Like,
well, I will
it's a
say
bad
the
sign.
reason I'm going to be an elderly mother is because I was not up until the past couple of years even able to allow myself to imagine having kids because I was so angry. I had so much anger in me and I was getting so like triggered so fast and stuff that I was like, I can't do this to a kid. There's no like, how would I not take that anger out on my kid? That's what I learned from my parents, you know? And they now have like, they grew out of it. You know, my parents did work on themselves. They grew out of it. They can handle their anger now. So I had that example at least to realize that I could work on myself. And then when I really realized I had a problem, and that's why I'm like never angry at like really that angry at my exes and stuff, because it's like, whatever toxicity they brought out in me was like a good lesson for me to learn. You know, it was like I purged some stuff and was able to work on it.
Carlos,
but goddamn, those kids would have been fucked up.
Same. If I didn't shmorsh.
I got my results of my embryos.
What do you mean?
How many do we have?
What
We have
species?
4. They're human.
Not yet.
One is not like
Not
fully
yet.
good.
Okay. Isn't there like 3 tiers, like
Can I have
good, you don't know, and like not that good?
There was
Can I
like a
have the not
mosaic
good
or
one?
something.
Will you give it to me?
Yeah, but here's the thing. And then there's 3 that are like really
Rock
good. So the good
stars?
ones are 65 to 75% they'll work.
Okay.
And then the other one is 35%. So, but they are all boys.
Shut
Wow.
up. Shut up, Annie.
All boys.
I hope they're
Shut
gay.
up.
I hope they're all gay.
I do too.
You
I
got
do too.
all boys?
And I hope that they're comfortable saying it.
Wait,
I hope I can bully it out of them.
this is crazy. Like, oh my God. Like,
So
it's
now
a
I made
boy.
it so
Yeah.
real.
We know.
Yeah, there's
That's
no
so
like,
real.
it's so weird.
Well, you could always go again, but
But then, no, I'm not going to go again.
boy,
But then I was
boys.
thinking about it and I was like,
Let's have them all today.
I know. But then I was like, maybe I should donate, like, because it is weird, I feel like, to just have them. So maybe I should, like, donate one to a gay couple or something.
Whoa. Would you really give one up?
I'm thinking about it just because ethically the whole thing feels very, like, a little bit weird to me. Even though I know it's not, like, a full thing yet or whatever. But it feels like if there are people that are, like, really dying to have a kid. But I guess they could adopt too. I don't know.
Well, don't people sell eggs and embryos all the time? Like, that's not, I feel like.
It's just weird territory I'm in. And
I
I never
know.
thought I was going to make enough money to even be here. And now I'm like past it. And I'm like, what did I do? I mean, I'm happy with it, but
How does
how-
Todd feel?
he's really excited. Yeah.
Wait, but how would you feel if, like, let's say you gave one of these
It would be
away?
so weird. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would feel weird too.
Like, especially if you did it before you guys had your baby.
Oh, I couldn't do it before.
Wait, I kind of would just to see.
Yeah.
Like, just be like, let's
And
test
like,
it
actually,
out.
I want that one. Can I have it back?
Yeah.
You raised it cute. It dresses good.
Imagine if you gave one and that one's like the cute one,
Well, they give you like before you do the procedure, you have to sign all these things and they had an option where it's like you could leave your embryos in the case that Todd and I both die. Well, because it's weird. It's like a weird I know.
It's
isn't it?
so real when
Uh-huh.
It's so real. And then I'm